Hi Bruins and Highlanders, welcome to Math Workshop. Today we are going to name and create shapes and identify equal parts. Hi Bruins and Highlanders, welcome to Math Workshop. During the week you made 2D shapes and tangrams and you used these to make composite shapes. Today we are going to use 2D shapes and composite shapes to talk about equal parts and equal shapes. I have a chart with some of the shapes that you created in the last lesson. Let's talk more about each of these shapes. What shape is this? This is a square. Good job. What shapes do you see inside of this square? I see a triangle. I see smaller triangles. I see a trapezoid. All of these are different sizes and they make the big square. Here I see that some of you made a smaller square. What shapes do you see inside of the smaller square? Yeah, I see a triangle. I see two triangles inside of the square. Here we have a medium square. And what shape do we see inside? Again, we see two triangles, but they're a little bit bigger than our last little square. What shapes do we see here? I see a big triangle. I see a square. I see a right triangle. I see that some of these shapes look like they are equal because they are equal in size, and some of them are not equal because they are not the same shape and they are not the same size. Let's take a closer look at each of these shapes and talk about whether the shapes that we see are equal or not equal. Let's look at the small square. I see two triangles that are the same shape and the same size. Would you say that these two are equal? Yes. This triangle is equal. It has two equal shapes. It has two triangles. Would you say that this big square has equal parts and equal shapes inside? No. Why not? Stop and think. How would you explain your answer? I would say these are not equal because they do not have the same shape and the shapes are not the same size. So I'm not going to color this one yellow because it is not an equal shape and does not have equal parts. How about this square? Do you see equal shapes? And how about equal parts? Yes, so I will color this one yellow as well. Give me a thumbs up if this triangle has equal shapes and equal parts. Nope. I see different shapes and different sizes of shapes. Give me a thumbs up if you think this triangle has equal shapes and equal parts. Nope. Once again, different shapes and different sizes. How about this smaller shape? Nope. Different shapes, different sizes. Next one. Oh, I almost tricked some of you. Nope. Different shapes and different sizes. How about our last one? This is a triangle and it has two triangles that make it up. Does this shape have equal parts and equal shapes? Yes, it does. Let's take a closer look and answer some more questions to see if the shapes that we create are equal shapes that have equal parts. Now we are going to look at some shapes and we are going to ask ourselves two questions. We are going to ask, what shapes do you see? And are they equal shapes? And why? How do you know that they are equal shapes? So let's look at this first shape that's made of two other shapes. What shape is this? This is a square. And what shapes do we see inside of the square? We see 2 triangles. Are the triangles equal shapes? I would say yes, but how do we know? Why are they equal? They are equal because they are the same size. Good job. Let's try one more. What shape is this? This is a square, just like this one. What shape do we see inside? We see triangles inside. How many triangles do we see inside? We see 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. And are they equal shapes? Yes, because all the triangles are the same shape and the same size. Good job. Let's try a couple more. Let's see if you remember what's the name of this shape. This is a hexagon. Is the hexagon made of equal parts? How many equal parts do we see? 2 equal parts. And what are the equal parts that we see? We see 2 trapezoids. Very good. Let's try this last one. What composite shape do we see? We see another hexagon. This is another way to make a hexagon. Is the hexagon made of equal parts? No. What shapes do you see? I see a trapezoid. I see 3 triangles. Why is this hexagon not made of equal parts or equal shapes? Yeah, the trapezoid is much bigger than the triangles. This means that this shape does not have equal parts because the parts are different from each other and they are of different sizes. So today, for your problem set, you're going to be on the hunt and looking for shapes that have equal parts. Let's take a look at your problem set. Here is your problem set. Let me read the directions to you. Are the shapes divided into equal parts? Write Y for yes and N for no. If the shape has equal parts, write how many equal parts on the line. The first one has been done for you. So this is a square. Does it have equal parts? Y for yes. How many equal parts? 2. Let's look at B. Does B look like it has equal parts? No. So we're going to put an N and we're going to leave this blank because there is no equal parts. Does the triangle have equal parts? No. And we're going to put an X. Go ahead and complete the rest by yourself. Draw one line to make the triangle into 2 equal parts. Stop and think. They have to be equal. Next one. Draw one line to make this square into 2 equal parts. One line only. 2 equal parts. Next one, draw 2 lines to make this square into 4 equal squares. We need 4 equal squares with 2 lines. Alright, Bruins and Highlanders, now it is your turn. Make sure that you complete your problem set. You could copy it on a sheet of paper. And make sure you send us a picture. See you soon.